Good afternoon, everybody. So today we are going to be covering site pages, and we are going to go ahead and get started on that. So as you can see, we've got some examples of site pages here, and hopefully there's some content on them. As you can see, a site page, the primary concept behind a site page is that it's a bunch of interlinked and connected pages. So all of these pages on the About Our Club page here are our test pages, the navigation. Oh, that's a related page. All of them are hopefully related to the top level page. And as you can see, it's just a bunch of junk content here for an example. So we are going to go into the members area. And now that we are in the members area, we're going to, there's a couple different ways to get there. From the actual home page, you can go to Edit Site Pages. And this will take you to the Site Page Manager. You can also use the Website tab, and then Website Content, and then lastly Pages. It's a multi-step process. So we're going to go into the Site Pages on the home page, because that's the ones we're currently concerned about. And we're going to go ahead and start by doing a new site page. So the important things when adding a new site page, it absolutely has to have a name. There's a permalink requirement. The system will automatically fill it in, as you can see there. And you can give it a custom name, but it's to the general day-to-day, it probably doesn't matter. Letting it autofill is pretty good. You can choose whether or not it will automatically display on the home page, as long as the widget's there, and we do have the widget there, so we're going to choose yes. You can choose the access level, and you can either have a public page, which means anyone who stumbles onto your website or guest users who aren't logged in can view it. If you set it to requires login, that means that only members of the club or people who have a valid login for the club will be able to see that. And then you can also assign an owner. This is really great if you have someone in the club who's going to be managing the page, but you don't want them to be able to do too much else. You can assign them as the owner. I'm not going to do that today, though. So we're going to go ahead and create the page. And now that we have the page created, you can see that we have a couple things. So things that we add to the menu automatically add new pages, and your menu is where you're going to do your primary building of additional pages, subpages, and related pages, which is kind of like another level deep on a page. So just to get started, we'll add some content. It does help if I could type. We'll go ahead and save and publish. Saving and publish immediately puts it on the website, and if we switch back to the home page and we'll refresh the page, we can see that we now have the ClubRunner demo site page. And there we go. So if we wanted to add a new page, we have to go to the edit menu area, and we are going to add a new link to Subpages, because that's what we want it to be. And we'll call it a subpage, real descriptive. And so we are going to choose from the link type. This allows you to choose the different types of actual links on the page. So whatever the link type it is will actually make it. Because we're adding a link in the subpage area, we're going to keep it a subpage. But your other options are links. These are links to pretty much whatever. External websites, downloads from other websites, downloads from ClubRunner, etc. As if you already have it uploaded, you can add a new photo album, and it actually adds it to the photo album library, and it makes it part of the page. There's a related page, which is kind of like a sub page. And then lastly, we have download file. So if you don't have a download file already in ClubRunner, you can just add one here directly to the page. What we're going to do with the sub pages. We're going to keep it in the groups. We're going to leave it at the top of the list, and so the placement is just so when you add the new link, it chooses where to go directly. And then you can also choose whether to open a link in a new window. And more often than not, you probably won't choose that unless, a good example, like maybe you want to lead them away from the website, but you don't want to lose the website itself. You can choose it to open a new window. So you can see we added a sub page, and now it's letting us type in some additional information. We'll save and publish it. And you can see it takes us back to the menu. If we hit go back, it'll take us to the actual welcome subpage. You can see here's the welcome page, and here's the subpage. So this is also how the menu and the interface in the back is also how you navigate between your pages. So now we have a subpage and the welcome page. When you start adding new subpages, what's great is that at some point in the future, maybe you want a new default subpage, but you don't want to get rid of the original one, like you don't want to change its content or whatever. You can click Set as Default Subpage, and what it means is now a subpage is our default subpage, and the welcome page is our secondary page. So if we go back to the home page here, and we click on the ClubRunner demo site page, it takes us to a subpage page now, because that is the new default page. And then there's also the welcome page, which is the one we originally had. We'll cover related pages as well. So I'm going to add a link as a related page. So as I mentioned before, related pages are like a additional level deep. It's another level deep in the system. So go ahead and add that. So we're going to leave it at public again. We're going to leave it in the related. We're going to leave it at the top, and we're not going to have it open a new window. So as you can see, the ClubRunner demo site page is our original page. And you can see there's a related page, and clicking on it takes us to this next level deep page. Kind of like a nested page. It's again one level deeper. So we can go back, and if we refresh our page, you'll see that the menu continues to be built as we add more things. And see, now we can see the ClubRunner demo site page, and we can see the related page. So coming back into here, since we're now in a related page, it has its own menu. So, you know, we could add another related page, we could add links, download files, photo albums, etc. Navigating back up is just about clicking on these items here. This is your navigation, so we're on the welcome page. We can go to the related page, which would takes us to the root, and we only have the one right now. And then if we click back to the ClubRunner demo site page, it takes us back up to our original area. Let's see. Let's add a link. So links, like I said earlier, are quite literally just links off the website. We'll use Google here. And we're going to have it in links. It'll be in the top of the list. And in this case, we will set it to open a new window just so we can see how that works. So we're going to switch tabs back to our page. And we'll take a look, and you can see that it's now under a link. And if you click on it, opens in a new tab, and takes us to Google. Go ahead and get that closed. So the other thing is, when you do add related pages, to backtrack just slightly, I apologize. When you go to the related page again, it does have its own independent menu. So if you need a page that is related to your original page, but you also need it to have its its own menu, related pages are great for that. A lot of times what I find is clubs are doing their service projects, so they'll have like their service page, and then they'll have related pages as their actual service items, and then they can get back, and it creates that nice navigation with the breadcrumb and everything, and it makes the site look really nice. We will also do a quick download file, assuming I have some sort of appropriate download file here on our demo machine. We'll do the penguins. I like penguins. So we'll do a penguins picture. That's going to be our download file. Again, top of the list. Hit save. We'll go back out. We'll see that the files for the penguins picture is now there, and clicking on it opens it up in a window and it downloads the file. If it was a PDF or anything else like that, it would work similar, and it kind of depends on the individual browser itself. We're also going to be covering custom pages ever so slightly. Now that we've covered most of at least the basic functions of the site pages. The primary goal with custom pages is site pages are kind of simple pages. They automatically build all of their links. They're all related to each other. It's all kind of automatically in the hierarchy. You can do the exact same thing with custom pages, but it takes significantly more effort because you are quite literally expected to build everything yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new custom demo page. We'll create a new page here. So custom pages are a lot like the home page. So ClubRunner demo, we'll call it custom page. And again, the permalink will fill. We are going to add it to the home page. The widget's not there right now. And we are going to do a 3-column layout. So we're going to make it look like a lot of people actually have as their home pages. All right, so what happens is right after you add a custom page, for each one of your columns, we automatically add a default widget. And if you're not familiar with the home page, typically you have all these widgets, and all of these widgets are just more or less for this page itself. So we can have download files, news, stories. So we'll put the stories there. Hopefully there's a couple stories in there. We can do something like the birthdays and anniversaries for people. And just for kicks, we will add an RSS feed, which is going to be the Rotary International one by default. And then we will also add the link to subscribe to our bulletin. So let's go back to our home page. Actually, we need to do one more thing real quick, and I apologize because I didn't get this set up before we started. Here's our home page, and we need to add custom pages. There it is. We're going to add it right underneath site pages. We're going to try to add it right underneath it. There it goes. Publish the home page. And now you can see the custom pages. And as you can see, there is not a whole lot going on here yet. So let's go back to our custom page. So that was, to get back here, it's the website tab, website content, and then the pages link. And that takes us to our lovely libraries pages here. And here is my demo custom page that I just created. Here are the things on it. So we must not have any birthdays this month. One of the nice things about the page designer is you can see any of the widgets on the page, and this one doesn't have any content, so it's kind of useless to us. There we go. That'll work. And let's so by default, when you do create a new custom page, you have this default widget, and it's blank. You can put whatever you want in it. We're going to add a picture to it real quick, just so there's something on the page. Let's see, so our RSS feed, it's working. Bulletin subscribe is working. I don't think we have any page stories yet. So a lot like the home page, you can add stories here from your story library, and I hope we have at least a couple. We'll add that one. This is great if you want to do just like a news page to call out just specific pages. So if we go ahead and refresh the page here, Oh, I didn't publish it. That's a really good note. Anytime you make changes to something like a custom page, you absolutely have to make sure you publish it, because if you don't, the changes don't reflect right away. There it goes. See, we have our subscribe widget, we have our RSS feed, we have our stories, and we have the custom widget. So I think we've actually covered most of the basics of the custom pages and the site pages, and I'm going to go over everybody and see if you guys have any specific questions. I definitely know, like, the biggest thing a lot of people seem to get hung up on with our site pages is the kind of like the difference between a sub page and a related page, and it's more just kind of understanding the hierarchy. A sub page is all part of the original page, and a related page is, when you create one, creates like a section deep. And once you kind of get your head wrapped around that, they're not too bad anyway. Thank you guys very much for attending, and if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, you can give us a call. Our phone number is 1-877-469-2582, and it's option 2 for support. You can send us an email to support, SUPPORT, at clubrunner.ca. If you guys want to take a look at our knowledge base or our guides, they're available at clubrunnersupport.com. And if there's anything else you guys have, please feel free to either give us a call or drop us an email, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you guys for attending.